Welcome to day 7. So today we're going to talk about what do you do when you finally see your drinking buddies and you're part of this challenge. Maybe you're going for 30 days, but maybe as you're going on, you're realizing you're probably just going to quit drinking, or it's going to become something that is a lot less in your life. So there are those friends that you probably have that are your true drinking buddies. You guys get together and you kind of push each other to the next drink, and you just have a good time drinking together. So I saw my first drinking buddy when I was probably like 7 days into this. So I was kind of like, oh my gosh, what am I going to tell her? I haven't said anything to anyone yet. I know I don't want to drink. I know I want to stay true to this challenge, and I know I want to make it to at least day 30. So I showed up at her house, and it was for a barbecue, and it was with all of my Beachbody coach friends who know I'm a pretty big drinker and I'm a pretty big like party girl. So I was like, oh man, this is going to be a hard one. So my friend was like, hey, I got there before everybody else. And she's like, you want a glass of wine? And I had to start and say, first, I'm not pregnant. Because I was like, oh my gosh, she's going to think that right away. And I said, second, I quit drinking. And it was just like silence. And she was like, what? Oh, why? And then I was just like, I was just drinking way too much, and I could tell it was starting to become a problem. So I'm quitting. I don't know if I'm quitting for good, but I'm at least going for 30 days. And after that, she was really like, oh, that's awesome. Good for you. And there was no problem. So, but it was that initial like, what am I going to say? So here's some things I'm going to tell you about this whole, because it comes about in all different ways. And some people you wouldn't even think they were going to be bothered by the fact that you don't drink, but some people really, really are. And you're like, whoa, why so many questions? But let's kind of go over that so you're kind of ready with things to say to people as they're going along. And I did write down some notes so I don't get lost in my train of thought. So I already said some people say nothing. Some people will just kind of be like, oh, okay, that's great. And then some people will really question it and want to know why, and want to know, but when are you gonna drink? And just tell me more. Now, what I've kind of found with those people is that they are really questioning their own drinking. They're seeing you, maybe you were someone that was, I know we're all at different drinking levels here coming into this challenge, but maybe you're someone who did drink a lot like I did. So they're kind of like, oh man, she quit. Maybe I need to quit because I drank as much as her. So just know that some people are really questioning their own drinking in their own life, and you're kind of making them look at that a little bit. So be supportive to them and give them honest answers. Tell them really why you're doing it. Let them know that there's no judgment if they're drinking, because that's kind of how I was. I was like, I don't care if other people are going to drink, but this is the choice I'm making for myself. So just be there for those friends as they're asking questions. And then some people are going to be super, super supportive. I've had some friends that have only known me as non-drinking Sarah. So, and they're kind of like, whoa, I could never imagine you drinking now, which is really funny to me. But then there's some people, they did know drinking Sarah, and they're just super excited for me. And I've had so many friends say, you're glowing. Look at you, look how much you're getting done now. I'm so proud of you. So you're gonna have all different variants. So just kind of know what's gonna be coming at you so you can be ready with your different answers and different approaches. Now, since you're in a 30-day challenge, it's really easy to say, I'm in a 30-day challenge, so I'm not drinking this month. And then most of the time people are like, oh, good for you. Some people will kind of say, oh, can't you just have one? And you can just kind of be like, no, I'm not going to have one, but that's okay. You go ahead, you have fun. I'm going to continue on my challenge. Some people are going to want to be like, are you totally quitting? And that's something you can decide to answer to them. I didn't know my answer for a long, long time to that. Now it's really easy for me to just say, no, I just don't drink. It just, I drank too much and moderating wasn't working for me. So I just totally cut it out of my life. And then get really comfortable with your answer as you go on. If it's a 30-day challenge that you're doing and that's just kind of it, just say, hey, I'm doing a 30-day challenge. No big deal. If hey, this isn't working for me, I had to quit drinking. Get comfortable with that, because for me, I was not comfortable saying, yeah, it turns out I'm an alcoholic, because that wasn't my story, isn't my story. So I just have said to people, yeah, drinking was not serving me. It wasn't getting me to my goals that I have for myself, and it wasn't making me feel good about myself the way I wanted to. Now that I've quit drinking, I sleep better, I eat better, I take better care of myself, and I'm just so much more productive. And I really am a lot happier without drinking. And one thing I reassure a lot of my friends of is they're really worried that I'm not gonna be funny anymore. And I'm always like, but don't worry, I'm still really funny. I'm actually even more funny now because I don't get so drunk that I tell you the same joke over and over. So I kind of have my script down. Now every now and then you're gonna get people who want to know more. Just go as far as you want to. If you don't want to talk anymore about it, just change the subject and it'll all be good. So that is what I have for you today on getting together with your drinking buddies the first time. And I know I've talked to some people and they don't even tell their drinking buddies if it's at a party or something. They just don't drink the whole night, and a lot of times your friends don't even notice. So that can even be another approach. And some people will say things like, oh, I'm on antibiotics. Oh, I don't even know the other ones. I never made up an excuse. I just kind of told the truth and let people know my thing. So, but you can kind of go with that how you want to. So let me know what you're gonna do when you do see your drinking buddies, how you're gonna approach that, what if you're going to happy hour, and what's your answer gonna be for people. Maybe it's that you're part of a 30-day challenge. Maybe you're digging a little bit deeper because you're knowing at this point that you want this to go farther than 30 days. All right, that's what I have for you today. Keep on trucking along and keep posting in our group. I'm having lots of fun.
If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like and subscribe so you're notified when my next videos are released. Thanks for watching!